Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Sorry I haven't streamed very well. I haven't felt great. Health has been kind of down. I'm feeling better today, so we're going to try to knock out some of the episodes and get as many as we can done without before I get tired and have to go back to bed. If we don't get all the streaming done before the event ends, we will continue with the streaming until all the episodes have been played. Sorry that I have lagged in streaming, but like I said, my health has declined recently. It is coming back. I just needed to take some time off. Um, After this, we're going to start streaming Fallout 4, so everybody prepare for that. We're going to do a new character. Now, I do play with mods in Fallout 4, so, you know, I cheat. But let's get into the stream. I'm going to stream as much as I can. I hope everybody enjoys the stream. We're going to continue the episodes in order. We are trying to get through as much as we can before the event ends, but I don't think I'm going to get through it all with my current situation. So we will be streaming it all eventually. So let's get into it. I keep losing streams. I don't know what's wrong. I think it's honestly a system malfunction on my hard drive. But my recordings dump a lot. So if you get a recording, you start watching, and it starts in the middle of the mission. I most likely was in the middle of the mission when the stream ended, and I do try to abort them so you guys can get the whole storyline, but not every mission is abortable once you get past a certain point in the mission. So, yeah, that's the stream. Let's get into it.
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does. We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paraniste measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager. Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
Hold your fire. I am Gorm, leader of the Vaadwaur. Greetings. I am Gorm, leader of the Vaadwaur Supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized. I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. That is understandable. Greetings. I am Gol, leader of the Vaadwaur Supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face? That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise! Is there anything I can do for you? Diplomatic negotiations. I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Entaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
Well, did you find a suitable location for our meeting? Talaxians. Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. The site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
I'm contacting the closest medical ship. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gol. Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vaadwaur have no shame. I don't trust Gol. He betrayed us on Vaadwaur Prime. He'll do it again.
It's good to see you again so soon. If I might make a suggestion, I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gol brought 4 aides. You'll have the doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gol seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important. Are you ready to beam down? It's so good to see... Doctor, it's been 30 years! You haven't aged a day!
Yes. It's good to see you too, Neelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vaadwaur a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Neelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vaadwaur here. But I suppose it is important that you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting. And my brilliant research was able to prove, conclusively. Thus I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Brax and I agreed to never mention the incident again. Well, at least not to Dexa.
Neelix, the Vaadwaur have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later. Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here? He's the one that has been serving the Vaadwaur their fabulous appetizers. Full bellies make for good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gall is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gall is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
Ah, at last. I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue. As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Kabali, and with you, giving your alliances support for them. Do you know why we fight the Kabali? Their world was once a Vaadwaur colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Kabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them. The Kabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well? There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them? No, we will not. Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Kabali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the Quadrant. Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vaadwaur. You need to understand. The Vaadwaur have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities? The massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
No, it makes me sad. For Jolex. And for you.
Then we are not done.
What the? Oh no.
Sorry about that, stream. If that happens, or you just see I'm standing around, it's probably because I've had to throw up. That's one of the problems I've been having lately, so bear with me, please.
Time only to save one group? I do not envy your choice. I would go with you, but I cannot leave Neelix alone. And time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vaadwaur kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
do we choose who to save?
Alright, here's how we're gonna do this. Heads, we go to that room. Tails, we go to that room. Here we go. It is heads.
We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here. What about the people in the storage room? We should check to see if any of the Telexians survived.
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Neelix. I'm sorry.
Then we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
I've sent a signal to the remaining Telexians to join us here as soon as possible. More Vaadwaur on the way! Defend the shuttle! More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried. A large number of Vaadwaur are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
The Teray are here to assist. After this, our debt to you is repaid.
That's timely. Here come the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue. Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt. Our ships are currently engaging the Vaadwaur fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vodwar means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Toray. I am not. This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
Voyager is here. We will not allow the Vodwar to escape.
You came to our aid when the Vodwar attacked our homeworld. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We'd done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous. I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vodwar come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vodwar could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be. With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talax. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
I've been in contact with the USS Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vodwar to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gall wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then he used a massacre to set his stage. That's the kind of man he is, and unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Gall has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in good faith. But nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vodwar. Now the war will continue. I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gall will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Gaul betrayed my trust years ago when we first encountered the Vaudois. Time hasn't made him any less treacherous or dangerous. He's a warmonger and must be stopped. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
This will happen sometimes. You'll get done, and the next episode won't unlock itself right away. You just kind of have to goof around until it does unlock itself. There's not much you can do until it unlocks itself. There it goes. See, you just kind of play around, and eventually the unlock will happen. A lot of times you can replay old missions, but if you activate the old mission, sometimes the new mission won't unlock itself because you got to redo the mission. So it's not always good to reactivate them. But playing around, as you notice, opened up the mission. That's what I suggest you do.
Should you complete your tasks?
It is good to see you, but I do not believe we require assistance. Our sensors have detected several containers of restricted substances on this vessel. My agents will board the ship, confiscate the contraband, and detain any involved parties. The case is clear, and the matter is settled.
Oh, please, you have to help me. I was framed. I bought these goods from a Ferengi merchant. Gwyn was his name. He gave me a great price. I'll gladly hand the items over. Just don't arrest me. I'm begging you.
Stay out of our way! We're here for the goods on that ship. Our contract doesn't prohibit the use of violence, so give us the containers and everyone lives to see tomorrow.
You are hereby deputized to assist the Benthan Authority with this issue. You will help us to bring these criminals to justice. Arm your weapons and commence your attack. The Hazari claims on the contraband are irrelevant. The laws on trafficking in this sector of space are clear. They are fortunate we did not find them in possession of the cargo already. Wishing to possess contraband isn't a crime. The Hazari are free to go, but if they interfere in our lawful duties, we are authorized to respond with appropriate force. The law is the law. The captain, whether he wants to admit it or not, is part of the black market trade and trying to hide his guilt. The Hazari are nothing more than galactic bounty hunters. They must be stopped for civilization to lawfully continue. We will not ask you again. Arm your weapons and aid us, or join them when we pass judgment. Thank you. We will take this criminal back to Benthos for questioning. Once we have him squared away, we shall pursue the Ferengi. Good luck. You have our support.
Good to see you. Let's get to work. The Malon once used this system as a dump site. However, the radiation levels have been dropping. We investigated and found that the Vaadwaur had chased the Malon away. Our intelligence indicates the Vaadwaur are expecting us to deploy surveillance beacons into the area, which is why we have done just that. We've learned they plan to ambush us when we retrieve the data from the beacons. When that happens, they'll go from hunter to prey. The beacons are now, in essence, Vaadwaur bait. We will counterattack the Vaadwaur, disable one of their ships, and recover the intel data from their systems. We will then analyze the data to determine their recent movements and objectives. We want to locate one of their main bases. So far, we've had little luck in finding where they hole up when they're not on the attack. This should change that. Time's a factor here. Let's get to work and scan the beacons. We wouldn't want to disappoint the Vaadwaur, now would we?
Coming here was foolish. Now suffer the fate of all fools.
The ship is disabled. Time to acquire their data. We have the data. And company. The legendary Vaadwaur paranoia. We should expect heightened resistance as we move forward. Initial analysis of the data we acquired from them isn't turning up much. I'm afraid we caught a small fish this time. Let's continue, shall we? I look forward to seeing what swims up to nibble at our bait next.
You're not leaving here alive.
Excellent work. Let's see what's in this ship's database. Another successful day at the pond. Let's see what secrets our latest catch has to share with us. Ah, our fish has swum through many waters indeed. I think we have something here. The ship's been to a couple of systems often. One system comes up more than the other. That's probably where their base is, but we need to be sure. I'm afraid we need to do some more fishing.
Fire at will! Destroy the intruders!
This should be the last ship we need to scan.
Destroy them! Open fire! All weapons!
It appears the Vaadwaur aren't amused by our angling efforts. We may be wearing out our welcome here. I'm afraid not. This vessel was assigned a patrol in another sector, and came in response to a distress beacon from earlier. It hasn't been to either of the systems we're looking at as a potential base location. It's risky, but I'm willing to cast my line one more time. Will you join me?